Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be doing another tier list. Now, I just got finished binging BFDI yesterday, and I had a blast. I loved the season. People kept on comparing it to Total Drama. If I'm talking just season 1 of BFDI, I don't think it's quite there since a lot of the characters I personally didn't really care for, which is why I'm doing a tier list, share my thoughts on every single one. So, yeah, we have Blocky, Bubble, Coiny, David, Eraser, Fiery, Flower, Golf Ball, Ice Cube, Leafy, Match, Needle, Pen, Pencil, Pin, Rocky, Snowball, Spongy, Tennis Ball, Teardrop, and Woody. So, let's get started with Blocky. Now, I loved Blocky. I'll put him an A. I don't think he's S tier because this is BFDI. I did like his whole was it Blocky? It was something. I know it standard for BFDI, but I didn't know what it actually said. It was Blocky does something international, something like that. It stood for BFDI. I liked him. Not much to comment on, but I liked his personality. Bubble, she was cool. She didn't do anything wrong. All she did was get popped 50 million times. She was cool. I'll put her in B. Her whole alliance with Match and Pencil was, I guess, cool, even though alliances don't really matter in this game. But, I mean, sometimes it might matter in those contestant voting scenarios, but in 90% of the scenarios, alliances won't really matter. Coiny. I liked Coiny. Him and Fiery were pretty funny. I wish Coiny made it a bit farther, but I think he will be participating in a lot more seasons. I think he's in Teapot. I think he's in BFB. I might be wrong, but I know he's in at least one other season other than BFDIA, which I am currently watching right now. Or not currently watching. You know what I mean. I liked Coiny. Coiny was funny. David, all he did was say "aw, seriously" 50 million times. He was only in the game for 2 episodes after he came back, and then he got eliminated 2 episodes later in that space one. Yeah, that's his whole thing. He just says "aw, seriously." Eraser, I loved Eraser. I think Eraser is right here with Blocky. I don't think he's better than Blocky. It did take a little while for me to really care about him, but I really liked Blocky. Not Blocky. Eraser. Eraser's whole thing was that he was dumb, but somewhat smart. His whole thing was just him being dumb. I don't think he returned. I think it was Blocky and Spongy somehow. Oh, and Flower. Is it Flowery or just Flower? I don't remember. Fiery, the original winner of BFDI, and I think he's a good winner. He's funny. This is just BFDI we're talking about. This isn't BFDIA or BFB or Teapot or anything like that. But I do still like Fiery. His little banter with Corny was pretty funny to watch. His little whole rivalry with Flower at the final 5 was pretty funny too. I did like him. Flowery was really funny. I love Flowery. Her being the first boot was pretty funny. And then she came back, or she had 2 attempts to come back, and then every single time she would threaten the viewer saying, "You better pick me or else I'll find you," or something like that. And then she didn't get picked. And then she lost twice to Blocky and Spongy. And then she finally came back the 3rd time. She was only in the competition for 3 episodes, but I did like her because she had her little thing with Fiery, with Bubble. Golf Ball. See, Golf Ball's a little weird because in BFDI, she's kind of just there. She kind of just goes, "I have this amount of percent to win." That's really it. She didn't really do anything. I don't remember any dynamic she had with any of the contestants. I think she had a thing with Tennis Ball. I remember that. But she's fine. I'll put her as C tier. She's okay. Ice Cube is going in the same boat. All she did was die half the time. She did have that alliance with Match and Pencil, I think. But she didn't really do anything. She just had an alliance, and that's it. Leafy, I liked Leafy. It did take her a while to really get her character going, but once she did, I really liked her. Her at the final episode, she just straight up buys Dream Island from Speaker Box, and then they have to figure out who stole it. Like, that's the whole episode. I thought the last episode was just gonna be Fiery winning the season, and then it just cuts to the credits. No, Leafy steals BFDI, or not BFDI, Dream Island, and then just runs away with it. Yeah, her whole thing with Bubble was a little meh, but this was made like 14 years ago, so I gotta cut at some slack. Yeah, her whole thing with Fire was just really good. Match. I'll be nice to her and give her B. She didn't do anything other than her relationship with Pencil. They just had that alliance with Bubble and I think Ice Cube. Yeah, her whole thing was just her friendship with Pencil. Needy was another one I didn't really care for. Her whole thing was that she slaps anybody who calls her needy, so it did get a little annoying. She didn't really do anything other than that. She just slapped anybody who called her needy. Pen, I legit don't remember what he did. I don't remember the gender either. I think it's a guy. I don't remember. I really have no idea. But I know that he didn't do anything. Pen didn't do anything. He made it way too far because he didn't do anything. I guess everybody around him was just that much worse. Pencil is in about the same tier as Match. She didn't do much other than having her little relationship with Match. She's cool. I don't hate her. Don't love her. She's okay. Pen, in season 1, she is getting better in BFDIA. I'm starting to like her. But in season 1, she's kind of meh. She just goes around being mean. She's like a more tame version of Flower, which I think Flower does the mean thing a lot better because she just over exaggerates everything, and not in a way where like Jake does Venture Camp. No, this is like this is not meant to be taken seriously. Anything from BFDI isn't meant to be taken seriously. This Venture Camp wants you to take Jake seriously. They don't want you to take Flower seriously, or any of these characters. Except for maybe like Fiery or Leafy or someone like that. But Pin, I really liked Pin. Or not really liked Pin, but like she was okay in season 1. I have a bone to pick with Rocky. All he did was barf. Yet he got final 6. Survived multiple eliminations somehow. I don't know how. I don't know how Snowball was eliminated over Rocky. I don't get it. All he did was barf. All the time. And not in a way that's like funny. It was gross, and sometimes it just got annoying. I don't know how Rocky got 6th place. I really don't. Snowball is my goat. I love Snowball. I loved in like the test challenge or whatever that challenge was. I forgot what challenge it was. I think it was the cross the bridge challenge where he would just go, no, for like 30 seconds. That's where Snowball captured me. I don't think he even made merge. I think he did. I think it was like the merge boot or the... Oh, no, I think Eraser was the merge boot. I think it was after Eraser. I don't remember the elimination order because 3 people returned. Blocky, Flowery, and Spongy, which we'll get to in a minute. But I'm shocked that Snowball didn't return in any of those scenarios, in any of those instances. Technically... Actually, no, never mind. I was going to say technically Snowball's the first boot, but I'm way off. He's like the 9th or 8th boot of the season, which I think is way too early, considering I love Snowball. Spongy, he was okay, B tier. I'm shocked that he made it 5th place, or 6th place. Or, yeah, it was 6th place because Flowery returned, and 7th for Rocky because Flowery returned. I'm shocked that Spongy got 5th place, considering he did nothing. But I didn't hate him, so that's something. In BFDI, he's getting a little better, but like I still don't really care for him. So yeah. Hey guys, editing cool and icy here. I just realized that the first 3 boots of the season, which were Flowery, Spongy, and Blocky, all were returnees. So that means the first 3 boots of the season were all returnees, which technically means that Woody was the first boot, which I think that he deserves because he literally did nothing any of the episodes. Tennis Ball, B tier 2. He didn't do anything. Yeah, he didn't really do anything. I don't remember anything he really did. I mean, he was just there for a lot of it. He made it farther than I think he might have. I think he would have. I think I would have replaced his placement with Snowball's placement, but it's not really my decision to make. It was the viewers. Teardrop, C tier. She didn't do anything. She can't talk, so I gotta cut her some slack because, yeah, she can't talk. I mean, she's better than Rocky. I mean, to be fair, anybody in the season is better than Rocky. I will say BFDIA is much better for Rocky since he's not barfing anymore. He just doesn't do anything. He can't talk either, so. I mean, he can say, like, but, like, that's really it. All he can do is barf. Teardrop didn't really do anything. She was just sort of there. So before I start going on about Woody, I searched up his gender, and Woody's actually a boy. Now, during this recording, I did not know what Woody's gender was because I cared so little about him because he got eliminated technically first. So, yeah, I probably called them she/they the whole time. So, yeah, if I say that, my bad. Woody is kind of like Teardrop, except I think they are worse. I don't understand how Woody got through 5 episodes without getting voted off. I mean, they were the first 4 original boos. I don't even know their gender because of how little I cared for Woody. Woody made it past Blocky, Flowery, and Spongy, which are all better characters. I don't get how Woody made it fourth boot. I guess, I mean, she didn't make it too much farther. Their whole thing was that every time they would say somebody else's name in, like, the final 3 of Cake at Stake, was that she would, like, go crazy, or he would go crazy. I don't know Woody's gender. I'm just gonna say they. They would go crazy, and then, they would say that they are eliminated, or that they are safe, and then Woody would, like, go, ha! But then during their elimination, speaker box went, Woody, and then he would, and then they would go, yeah, and then he would go, you're eliminated, aww, and then they would get flung. So, yeah, this is my tier list. If I were to rank BFDI as a whole, I'd say it's in the B to C tier range, as it's not really that interesting. I think BFDIA is getting a lot better. I'm currently on episode 6 of BFDIA. The animation is a lot better, which is a treat. So, yeah, see you in, like, maybe, like, a day or 2 after I finish BFDIA. I know BFDIA isn't finished. It's only at episode 23. I know it's at the final 3. I know who's in the final 3, unfortunately, but I don't know the elimination order or anything that goes on in the episode. I haven't watched any of the other seasons, so yeah, I expect it to list for every single one of those. BFB is going to be a behemoth because there's 30 episodes, 64 characters. Teapot's going to be even worse because there's 40, I think, in Teapot. There's also the Algebraians. Yeah, I know the Algebraians. I know one has, like, a whole episode. I don't know anything about the episode. I just know it's called Alone. That's all I know. I don't know anything about the episode, yeah. I know I need to watch IDFB, even though there's only 1 episode, so I might as well get that out of the way. I won't watch IDFB before I watch BFDIA. So, yeah, with that all of the way, this is my tier list, and see you after I watch BFDIA.